Life. Some people would describe it as beautiful, magical, a wild ride, a manifestation of dreams, a series of constant changes, unexpected, uncertain, unpredictable, or a wild ride altogether. But one word people would never want to use or hear when it comes to life as a whole is one word: cancer. The day was March 8th, 2024, one of the last days of my sophomore year spring break. It was a busy day with me helping my dad change my floors in my room since they needed replacing. Later that day, at around 4 o'clock, he came into my room to help me put things back and told me the words I would never forget. Nana has cancer. I didn't know how to feel in the moment. At first it was utter shock, but then it moved to sadness, guilt, and regret. I tried keeping those feelings at bay for a few minutes until I broke. The next day was rainy, which helped the sadness of the news. And with it being March, the cold didn't help with the feelings I was trying to comprehend. But then I had to go back to school and face everything else in my life. I tried at that point to go to school with what I did beforehand, with me just working on schoolwork and worrying about nothing else. But something was different this time. The difference was I couldn't just go back to my life like before. Because unlike before where I just had school to worry about, this time around I had everything outside of school to worry about alongside it. So I had to divvy up my mental capacity, so to speak. As the weeks continued, I became less motivated on my schoolwork and started wandering around school, sitting on the floor of this one building, dangling my legs, looking at the trees and grass in front of me, being lost in thought. I realized I had to live with the fact that nothing was going to change and had to find some normalcy within the chaos. So that's exactly what I did. I went searching for that normalcy. It was hard at first, trying not to focus on everything else like before and finding peace in the quiet moments of my day to day. I'm not gonna lie, some days definitely felt like I was walking aimlessly, going to classes, studying, seeing friends, and going home, and repeating that cycle for what felt like weeks. Then one day, that feeling changed for the better. The Saturday of Easter weekend was that day, with me being close to DC and it being spring. Cherry blossoms were in full effect at the time. So I took that day to go and capture the beautiful cherry blossoms in its full effect with my camera for the fun of it. And two of my closest friends joined me on this trip. It was the first time since getting the news that I felt happy. Totally, unapologetically happy. It was like for that one day, that one moment in time, all my worries, sadness, regret, and exhaustion towards everything ceased to exist. And in that moment, I felt one thing: normalcy. As the weeks continued, I found myself, unlike before, more motivated than ever. Getting notes done on time, being passionate about the classes I was taking, and I noticed that this was different. The difference this time around, unlike before, was happiness and solitude. Of course, even with these changes, I would still go out in nature and enjoy it due to the beautiful weather that spring had brought. I realized that even though my grandma had been diagnosed, I could still continue my life as she would want me to, trying my best every day to put a smile on someone's face and even have a smile on my own. The reason as why I continued to do this is I had noticed something was different in my grandma's demeanor that I hadn't realized before. It was that even though she had been diagnosed with this terrible disease, she still continued to be the happy and caring person despite the diagnosis. And I found this out going home one weekend to celebrate a late Easter with her and family. So that's what I continued to do. I continued to be that happy, caring, and kind person I was before getting the news that she had cancer. As the days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, I continued to do what I told myself I would. To be kind, happy, and caring towards life and the people around me, showing love and gratitude to those people. Some nights and days had sounds of laughter.
Bless you! Let's go! It actually worked. Bro, I got
So much faith in humanity now.
I did.
Oh my God.
Night trips to Giant at 10 p.m.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. What's bro to me right now? New study spot right here.
Studying and making food while listening to my favorite artists. Yeah, I don't think this is going well. I don't think it fits.
If anybody were like ever to ask me what a normal weekend at GMU was, it would be this. Studying, getting notes done, and listening to the man himself, Noah Khan.
Deep conversations.
It won't make up.
Yeah, but I haven't studied.
I'm just saying, like, in the grand scheme of things.
I need to do what I can control, and I haven't done it. I can't control it. Sometimes.
You know what's fun?
But like, I can still study. I haven't studied, so I need
Well, that's
Going to carnivals and concerts. And loving life as a whole.
Damn. For the price though, 5, 6 out of 10. Damn. Wild. What would you rate it?
That's the thing about survival. Who the hell likes living just to die? You told me you would make a difference.
Some days, of course, did get boring and not as exciting as I would hope, with finals and me finishing my sophomore year of college. But in those moments of boredom and stillness, I still found myself being happy. Happy to be alive. Happy to be able to talk to my grandma and catch up on the days I didn't have much going on.
Alright, love you. Miss you too. Alright, bye.
Happiness of just being able to breathe and exist. And even the happiness of talking to old friends and healing old wounds that were definitely overdue. If I were to take anything away from these past few months after learning about my grandma's diagnosis, I would say it's to treat every moment like it's your last. So love it like it is. Be kind and caring like it is. And to cherish every moment we are able to breathe and live on this planet we call home. A wise man once said, cherish every moment